Mitts.
God, it feels good to hit a good drive and then grab the camera and point to your buddies who are absolutely searching in the woods. We're gonna win this hole. We're gonna go back to even, all square. 8 holes to play.
Right where we
right
want
where
them.
Daddy wants them.
They say you're supposed to just, just keep an eye on what the time is in your arrival destination. So that's what I'm doing right now.
This is how the other half lives. Gummy bears and red wine.
I always wondered whether it was red or white that paired with gummies. So I'm glad to know that.
Yeah.
This is a good stuff.
I'm not sure you're thinking much about
Gentlemen,
pairing.
it's good to see you. We're going to Melbourne, as the locals say, for 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 days.
For let's just call it what it is. We're going for the trip of a freaking lifetime here, man.
I don't say this lightly, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to fly coach again. Seriously.
How much sleep?
At least 8 hours. At least 8 hours. I've been eating also too every time.
3 or 4 hours.
I think Sean purposely didn't sleep a lot so he had an excuse for golf.
100%, yeah. He's also been talking about how stiff he's feeling right now. Like we haven't been getting reminders every 35 minutes to stretch, to drink water. So yeah, I mean, hey, whatever excuse he needs, that's fine.
Yeah.
Start with a sip of some fresh juice, shall we?
She made it clear that this is not all the food you've ordered. This is only part of it.
Yeah, so like, don't worry, we've got a second bread with your hot chocolate on it. We've done it, baby. We've made it all the way to the other side of the world. 15 hours? I don't even know how long we've been on this plane for. We got 25 minutes left, and I cannot wait.
All right, gentlemen, all bags made it.
All bags made it. Our flight attendant is a golfer.
Avid golfer.
She's a member in the area.
Plays
She
with
said,
the
"What are you
Woodlands."
coming here for?" I'm like, "Well, I heard it's the best golf in the world." So she's like, "Yeah, I guess it is."
How are we divvying up this first round of golf?
I think it's
playing
gonna
with
be
who?
Darren and I versus James and Josh.
All right.
And
Match play, baby.
That's solely
Damn right.
because Darren and I grew up watching the same content, one of which was The Rescuers Down Under, and so our team name today will be The Rescuers Down Under.
That's embarrassing.
It's not.
All right, let's get the car, huh?
We made our first half an hour drive without getting in a car accident on the left side of the road. Check that box. And now we're getting allegedly the best
Best croissant in the entire
croissant,
world.
on the planet.
In the entire world.
Sean, the next sentence out of Sean's mouth, I'll be the judge of that.
They tried every croissant. It's amazing. And they found the best one in the world. That's incredible.
I was calling their bluff, and they had pocket aces.
Got it. Okay.
Very good.
I thought it said that they were going to have escargot in it. I thought it was a pastry with snails. It was just the pastry in the shape of a snail. Lost in translation.
Yeah.
Wait, don't they speak English?
But I don't. That's the problem. What up?
Okay.
Best of all time ever?
Next stop.
Peninsula Kingswood Country Club. Gotta play some golf.
This is just Guys, this is just a mess here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely giving a show to the drivers in the parking lot here, including this
Darren,
one.
you're in the way. 7 of the world's top deadliest, and then people say poisonous. They're not poisonous. They're venomous. They'll get you. So we have 3 of those 7. So we have the tiger snake. It looks like a tiger, and the red belly black snake. So you've probably got about an hour to get to some help before you collapse and die. Hence, we have snake bite kits in every cart, so they're most welcome to. We don't advise to suck the blood out because that doesn't work.
If that's any indication how the people of Australia are about their golf, I think we're going to be just fine here.
I will say, the only way you can play golf like day one of a trip after flying like that is, I don't think you could play it flying coach. Like, you have to.
That's the most uppity thing you've ever
No, but I'm serious. Like, I feel like I slept normally, whereas I've played golf like day one in Scotland off a red eye, and it's just like your knees are sore, your ankles are inflated. It's just brutal. There's a thin one for you.
Ceremonial tee shot, tee toss.
Oh boy, it's coming to me.
It is.
James.
All right, James.
Jamais.
Are we playing from the whites or the blues?
This is a gorgeous golf hole.
Cool.
Well done, James.
Oh, baby. Oh, give him a kick left.
Gosh, that's really good.
Nice.
They are fast. They're firm. The ball is going.
Any downhill putt.
I'll take a 5.
I said that was 4 balls in the fairway for the first time today. Early on in this trip, I would say the SANDBELT is winning, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not all of us have had.
We've been put on edge by tails of snakes, so a flying head cover is enough to kind of
It's
startle.
just so aesthetically pleasing, right? The green just drops off into the bunker, and the green just falls off into the next tee box, and the tee box runs right into the fairway. There's just no rough anywhere.
I like it best when my putt
It's so
rolls
nice.
off the green into the bunker. That seems to be.
I like
It's
it.
honestly fun to look at.
Totally.
I'm not a good short game player to begin with, but like, good lord, like some of these shots are just like insane. And there's never really an angle that you feel like, oh man, I'm confident this ball is gonna stop on the green close to the hole. It's just like, man, I just hope this doesn't roll off the front edge or roll into a bunker or turn me into absolute misery. But yeah, like I don't know, that's the style, I guess, but it's just so striking to me. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not used to hitting shots like this. Like this really
Golf-
freaking hard.
Like, golf is at its like most brilliant, its most fascinating, its trickiest when the ball moves on the ground. The ball hits the ground and moves, doesn't sit.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like, it's truly as simple as that. Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, England. It's firm, it's fast. The ball moves on the ground. It's as simple as that. God, it feels good to hit a good drive, and then grab the camera and point to your buddies who are absolutely searching in the woods. We're gonna win this hole. We're gonna go back to even, all square. 8 holes to play.
Right where we
right
want
where
'em.
Daddy wants them.
Did I drive the green again?
We believe in fall lines, and we hit good putts.
Oh god. Wrong club.
Yeah, it's as bouncy and natural as any links course you play, but it's not a links. It's a links course transplanted into some other environment, which adds to the element of like this kind of crazy adventure. I feel like you're really in some different world. Vegetation definitely has an effect on that too. Boy, if I had your putting stroke, I'd rule the world. Nice putt, dude.
Not yet. Yeah, we're not there yet.
This is a very tragic moment. I'm middle-aged yips. I know now how Seve felt. I was once a brilliant talent. I've been brought low. I know why Hogan now quit the game. I understand the travails of the greats, because I am one now afflicted by a common ailment, and it's sort of tragic. But I'm going to try
Australia bringing Josh Sens to his knees on day one.
James Colgan, 41-67, 108.
A model of consistency. Well, next time we'll get him, dude.
Great playing with you.
That was fun, man.
It feels good to win the first match of the trip, if only because it kind of like emboldens the other team to show up in a better form tomorrow. They're going to go home tonight and they're going to watch just a couple clips that we're going to send them of rescuers down under. Oh, they'll come out tomorrow with something better than what they gave us today, because it wasn't enough.
That wasn't it.
We are in an American-style barbecue place.
We
in Melbourne.
flew all the way to the other side of the world to get American food, baby. That's why we do it. Now this place rocks. We are literally in the back of a gas station parking lot right now. Doesn't look like it, but we are.
We'll drink heavily tonight and wake up
Yeah,
tomorrow and just be
exactly.
loose. Swing oil will be going, and I won't have the yips. Life will be different.
It was snowing in Chicago 2 days ago, and I think maybe one of the appeals for like American golfers is that they can transplant from the winter to the summertime down here. Like that's the flight takes you past the international date line, takes you past the equator, and suddenly you're in a completely different season.
Morning. Love you guys.
They say that the millennials are like the lazy generation, but I would argue the late generation is the Gen Z kids.
I can't hear what he's saying, but I
It's
know
better
it's
that
Danny.
way.
All I have to say is, I'm glad to be here with all of you.
What time did we agree to leave today?
I thought we agreed on 8.
See, they don't listen either. It was 7:30, but he'll pay for that later.
Whenever you're ready. Come on down.
All right. I don't like this murmuring going on over here. Darren's steamer trunk is at the bottom here. All 75 pounds of clothing.
Darren thought we were taking the Titanic across the
Yeah.
ocean.
Darren was worried that that the entire planet might run out of clothes in the time between us leaving.
He's a fashionable guy. He needs his outfits.
All right.
Oh, chilly. So for someone in the States thinking about golf in Australia, I think we have this just sort of broad view, or we think general SANDBELT. How do you define the Mornington Peninsula, and is it different from the SANDBELT area around Victoria and Royal Melbourne?
It is a little different to the SANDBELT. Some of the courses are similar, but then we also have this course here, Moonah Links, and we have the National and Portsea and other courses, and they're all different. So we have like this one here that you'll play today is like it's more like a links, hence the name Moonah Links, but we're quite close to the ocean here, and it's a linksy style course with really nice pop bunkers designed by Peter Thompson, the British Open specialist. But then it's one of the toughest, I believe, in Australia. We have the under the conditions. They used to hold the Australian Open here at this facility, and they have the Australian Q School here for the tour. It's a good test.
They did a decent job. They got a little bit of the proud Roman nose, but I don't think they really captured the full authoritarian figure that I am.
Longest course in Australia from the Black team.
The open course,
Won
named
by
for
the Open
the open man, Peter Thompson himself. Apparently one of the longest and toughest courses in Australia. Our games are clearly up for it based on yesterday, right there?
Yeah.
Guys who could shoot, high 80s on an easy course, we should be taking this one on from the tips. Way to deal with pressure.
Trouble everywhere.
Yips on that.
Spank the sand.
Sit.
Sharp contrast from yesterday, definitely. It has a little bit of feel of sort of farmland, Midwest America, British link style bunkering. It's kind of a mix, but it's definitely not the same as the other SANDBELT courses we're going to be playing, so different feel. Early snippets here make me feel like I could easily move to Melbourne. It's like California without the crowds and the costs and the chaos. And arguably better golf.
How does he feel me here? All right, what do I owe you? It was really good. It's just like a pot pie.
If you've ever had a meatball sandwich, that's exactly what this tastes like. Just got a little bit of meat. The bread is just a little bit firmer, but it's tasty.
Yeah, I bought it for me.
You know, a lot of times you'd see a guy going in for a lesson 10 minutes before his round starts. You'd think to yourself, man, he's about to shoot 200. I certainly thought that to myself, but the opposite has been true. This man told me he would take a swing tip from an Uber driver earlier. And clearly our boy Ben knows what he's doing.
That's what kangaroos are?
No, I think they can hop that fence.
Looks like the face of a cave. I'm glad I'm not in it. I'm glad I'm 100 feet away on the putting. You can't talk about it without talking about the bunkers.
Yeah, it's a defining trait. And
I feel like everyone told me you're going to be blown away by the bunkers, and then they just like kind of live up to exactly that.
absolutely, yeah, totally. And then you see today, we're playing the open course, Peter Thompson, his like cap tip to the British Open, the Open Championship, and it's more linksy style, and we got the wind, we got everything. I mean, it's a bit of a brute in the wind. So I think it's sort of a greatest hits of firm, fast golf, different style.
And this is going to be different than what we see
Oh my God.
the rest of the trip.
We get to Royal Melbourne and to Kingston Heath, you're going to see like the granddaddies of the style we saw yesterday. Loves the camera. He loves the camera.
That could be it. Sit down, ball. Go in.
If you're looking for a place to knock it around and play the Peter Thompson course, he's an icon. Designed a British open style course here on the SANDBELT. Worth checking out.
The National. 2 words. Almost mononymous. You know, like Pele or something. This place is maybe one of the most pristine pieces of property in all of Australia for golf. Right behind me is this insane view of the coastline that stretches on for miles and miles and miles, and there's a ton of golf between here and there. It's if nothing else, an absolutely stunning view and a pretty nice way to spend an afternoon. So I think we're going to be all right here.
The course that made RTJ basically, right?
Really?
Well, I mean, it's one of his early courses that people today still think that like this was the course, some of Jones's best work.
Huh.
You talk to like the architecture nerds like Ran and others, the Golf Club Atlas crowd, they'll say, if you want to see the best Robert Trent Jones Jr., come here.
Thoughts on the first hole, fellas?
I like that you can hear the ocean from the green.
You can hear the waves crashing.
You could honestly be in Hawaii here. Seriously, you could be on like Kauai, like just drop off to the blue.
Sit ball.
Once you do the like 2,000 foot scramble, like you know, obviously I have to take my glove off and start climbing my way up. That's where the green is. So I just hit a perfect drive in the center of the fairway. It actually rolled back at me because the hill is so high. So yeah, look forward to it. Fortunately, I brought my hiking shoes with me because I'm gonna need them.
Everything about this place is just like spectacle, right? This whole playing over all this trouble to the ocean, feels like you're playing out into the end of the earth. It's as beautiful as it comes, right? It's not SANDBELT golf, but you can't deny that it's pretty spectacular.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow. I cannot believe you found the fairway here.
You see mine out of This is like a payoff I don't think you will get in many other places in the country. You work your way through 6 like hard, difficult holes. We're walking, it's uphill, a lot of it. We've lost some golf balls, but you get to some sort of payoff here that truly, like, there's not many payoffs like that on a golf course across the world, and that makes it pretty worth it.
Hey, good putt. Good match. Nice par. The kangaroo have.
Good match.
Please never do that again on my camera. Highlight of the day, Sean.
The highlight of the day, some people will tell you that it would be seeing kangaroos for the first time in your life, but for me it was the 7th hole. It's just like, it was a slog to get there. It was a uphill slog, and we were losing golf balls along the way, and it was hard. And I don't even think any of us were ready for the reveal. Got a drink, poked through the trees, and there was just this gorgeous par 3, which it's not a special par 3 by any means. It's 145 yards. It's short. It's just a one-shotter, but like the surrounds just kind of like made you stop. I just wanted to hang out there for a half an hour, right? I laid down. I sat on the edge of this little infinity green. I just kind of sat there, and I was like, oh, so that's why people will come play this golf course. They want to have that moment.
A little more sand in these bunkers than what we've been playing all week.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is nice for the visiting Americans who struggle with that shot.
If I can get this up and down in 7, I'll be happy. Oh, that was almost good.
This is one of the bangers, if you will. You can't come to this part of the world without playing it. We've come a long way, but we actually can now put a face to a name, put a course to a name.
You can see why all the Aussie guys feel comfortable at Augusta around here, right? Firm, fast, greens are just deadly. I just thought it was a really cool subtle course. It's fitting that our matches all ended here. It all built up to the big dramatic close, because this is the appropriate course for that.